Okay, so welcome to the ultimate stock trading course for beginners. So who is this course for? Well, if you are someone who is totally new to the financial markets, you want to learn more about stocks, how it works, then hey, this course is for you. Or maybe you're a trader, right? Maybe you trade the forex or crypto markets, but you have no idea, what stock is about, and you want to, dive in deeper. Then hey, this course is for you as well. Or perhaps you're someone who wants to use the stock markets to help you, generate another source of income, to help you beat inflation, or to just grow your wealth over time. Then hey, this course is for you as well. So before I get started, my name is Rayner. I am the founder of tradingwithrayner.com, and here's what I want you to do right now. Hit the thumbs up button, right? And subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is all below. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and this way, whenever I publish a new video, you'll always stay up to date. Never miss another training from me again. Sounds good? Then do it right now. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is below. So with that said, right, let's begin. So have a look at this, right? This is Apple. Okay, so Apple. Okay, so there's a slight mistake over here, right? So at the time when I did these slides, right, Apple was worth 731 billion, but as of today, it is a slightly higher. The stock market, it goes up and down. So this one is a little bit dated, but it's there about 700 plus billion market capitalization, right? This stock. So Apple, what does it mean to buy a share of Apple? After all, you want to learn stock trading, right? You're going to buy shares. What does it mean to buy a share? So when you buy a share of a company, whether it's Apple, Facebook, Amazon, whatever, it means that you're a part owner of the company. You might sound weird. What? I'm an owner? Yes, you're an owner, but just a very small minority owner. So let me explain. So if you go down to this website over here, right, it's finviz.com, a very useful website. It gives you a lot of financial data, stock prices and stuff like that. And you'll see that right now, Apple, the market cap, okay, it's $793 billion. That is the market capitalization of Apple, the value of Apple. Okay, almost 800 billion. And right now the price is about $165 per share. So if you want to buy one share of Apple, right, you need to fork out $165. And you can see that, earlier I mentioned that, when you buy Apple, you're a part owner of the company, right? And you can see that your ownership stake, right? Let's say you buy one share of Apple, right? It's 165 divide by this market cap, which is 793.46 billion. Okay, once you divide this, right, then you know how small your stake in Apple is. Okay, does it make sense? So 165 divided by $793 billion, that is your stake in Apple. If you can't, just imagine the kind of, minuteness, right, then, okay, let me just break it down to another way. Let's say somehow you're a really rich individual, right? You buy a $7.93 billion worth of Apple stock. In other words, right now you own 10% of Apple shares, right? Just take 7.93 billion, assuming you buy this much of Apple, divide by 793 billion, which is the market cap, which is the total value of Apple, you get, right, 10% ownership stake in Apple. So that's what I mean, right? By when you buy a stock, you're a part owner of the company. So you can check out this website, Finviz, right? A lot of financial data over here. But for now, let's move on, right? So a stock, right? You know that when you buy a stock, right, it's an ownership in a company. So a stock is traded on an exchange, right? An exchange like the New York Stock Exchange, Singapore Exchange, London Stock Exchange. So depending on where you're from, right, usually your own country would have an exchange, right, dedicated to trading stocks. So one thing to note is that there are many types of stocks out there. They have stocks that focus on energy, stocks that are technology related. And if you want to break it down, right, there are pretty much about 11 different sectors that you can look at when trading stocks. Okay, so within these sectors, you can further break up the different types of stocks, but we'll not go into too much details. Generally, you need to understand that stocks, they are traded across the different sectors, and these are the 11 sectors that you might want to be aware of. Energy, materials, industrial, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, healthcare, financial, information technology, telecom, utilities, and real estate. And this isn't the only way, right, to kind of, classify stocks, because you can also break them down according to their market cap, otherwise known as their market capitalization. So you can rank stocks according to how much they are worth. Like, for example, Apple, you saw earlier, about $700 billion company. That's a mega cap. We call it a mega cap company. Large cap is anything over $10 billion. Mid cap company is between $2 and $10 billion. Small cap is between $300 and $2 billion. And micro cap is between $50 and $300 million. And finally, nano cap, right, is below $50 million. And there's another one, right, which I did not add it here. It's called a penny stock, right? So penny stock is a stock, right, that's trading below $5. They are usually the micro cap, nano cap, or even sometimes even the small cap stocks. So these are what we call a penny stocks, right? Stocks that are really, trading at a very low price point, usually below $5. Okay, so these are the different type of stocks, right? You can classify them as well according to market cap. So now, why do you want to trade stocks? Okay, well, there are many reasons why you want to trade stocks. Maybe because you want to beat inflation, right? Generally, from where I'm from, Singapore, inflation is about 3 or 4% a year. So maybe by trading stocks, I could earn 10% a year. I'm beating inflation, right? I'm protecting and growing my money and growing my wealth. Okay. Also, you can, some people, they do trade stocks to earn a living, to earn a second income, right? By, trading stocks on a shorter term time frame, right? Making anywhere from, 2%, 4%, 5% a month. They trade stocks to earn a living. So that is possible as well. So there are many reasons why you want to trade stocks. And really, right, you have to ask yourself, what is the purpose of this first and foremost, right, before you dive deeper? Because as you study later in the course, you realize that there are different methods to trade stocks, and different methods, right, have their own pros and cons to it. But we'll get to that later. But first and foremost, right, ask yourself, why are you trading stocks in the first place? And moving on, right, how to buy a stock. So as mentioned, right, a stock is traded on an exchange. It's not like Forex where, it's over the counter, or forwards where it's you and the broker trading within one another. No. When you trade stocks, right, when you buy stocks, you go through an exchange. And just let me illustrate, how it works. So let's say, this is you, right? Okay, you want to buy stock, right? You go to your broker. Let's call it B. And your broker will then link to an exchange. So you can see that whenever you want to buy a stock, it goes to your broker, and your broker then route your order to the exchange, and within a few seconds, the exchange will let you know whether your order is filled or not. Okay, so once the order is confirmed, the exchange sends the message back to your broker, and then instantaneously, or rather a while later, right, it will notify you on your trading platform that, hey, your trade is filled. So that's how you buy a stock, through a broker, and a broker will then, get your order to the exchange. So you can see that there are many different brokers around the world, many different players, right? Let's call this B. This is B, and there are other players. Let's call it P, right? Other people who will trade or buy stocks. Okay. So this, as you can see, right, this little mind map, it can expand until really, really huge, and that's how the stock market works, right? They go to the broker, they buy a share and then the broker routes the order to the exchange, get a confirmation, exchange goes back to the broker, and then goes back to the retail, like you or me, right? So this is how you buy a stock, by having a broker to execute your trades for you on the exchange. Of course, there are times where certain people, they have the privilege to just directly get the order into the exchange, right? But most of you watching this video right now, it's unlikely that you will fall under that category. That's usually for institution, right? But hey, that is possible as well. So that's how generally you buy a stock. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Number one, a stock represents an ownership in a company, right? Number two, stock is traded on an exchange, right? Depending where you're from, can be New York Stock Exchange, Singapore Exchange, and nowadays, right, with barriers breaking down, right? I'm from Singapore. I can easily trade US stocks, Philippine stocks, or whatsoever. It's not difficult, right? Nowadays, the barrier to entry is very low. Number three, we talk about the different types of stocks, right? By sectors, right? Whether it's energy, industrial, and stuff like that, or you can actually trade it or classify it under the different market cap, right? Meaning, the size of the stocks, how valuable they are. That's a market cap. And finally, right, you buy stocks through a broker, and then it will, put your order to the exchange to let you know whether your order gets filled or not. Okay,